Welcome to today's training on how to land an offer in late 2023. And the reason why I recorded it is because so many sales reps, so many people out here are saying that the biggest issue they're having, the biggest constraint is finding an offer. It's not improving their close rate. It's not making enough money, although some people did say that. And it's not that they're maxed out on their current offer. If any of these other reasons are the thing that you're actually struggling with, this is probably not the best video for you, but it will show you how to find better offers in the future. If you're interested in that, go ahead and keep watching. Otherwise, go ahead and click off. If you want to talk to me about one of these three things, feel free to send me a DM. Just send like scale or something like that, and I'll be happy to help. First things first, this video is not for you if you're looking to get into remote sales and you want to get rich quick, just creating passive income, overnight, right? That's not what this is. This is active income. So very different. This is for you if you're a sales rep and you're looking to get above 10K per month consistently, and you want to do it without taking 8 hours plus of calls every day. I don't know about you, but I got into remote sales for the freedom to be able to spend time how I want, not to just take more calls. In my opinion, if you're just back to back to back all day long and you're working more than 8 hours, you're doing it wrong. So who am I? My name's Jeff, and I got into sales 5 years ago, and this was with door-to-door solar. After I got my experience with solar, I moved everything to the online world. The first thing that I created was a copywriting business, and in this copywriting business, I was doing cold emails, sending outreach, getting on calls, closing my own deals, writing copy typically for info products. It was okay, it was a good experience, but what I realized was I love the selling part a lot more than I like the actual writing copy. This is why I went full-time on selling for business owners for other products. I've sold just about everything, from coaching to marketing offers to real estate offers to biz ops to fitness, consulting, and multiple of these. So many different coaching products, multiple biz ops, and so on. Here's what I found. The vehicle you're in is extremely important. What this means is if you're watching this, you probably already know that sales is the skill that you want to build up, but you might not know what to sell, who to sell for, and that's totally fine. And that's actually why I'm making this video for you. First things first is, this may sound offensive, but just like how girls don't want to sleep with a virgin, business owners do not want to take a chance on you if you have zero experience. Avoid telling a business owner that you have absolutely no experience. The only way that's going to work is if you tell them that you're super hungry, super motivated, and you can sell them that way. I get DMs from guys all the time who want to work for me or one of the companies I manage, and they'll say something like,
I'm a high efficiency closer. I'll work with you, no risk, commission only, so no risk to you. But
problem is, we already know that they're a complete beginner if they're reaching out like this, because there is still risk to me. We worked hard to get these leads, and we don't want to waste them on somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Even worse would be if I place you with one of my clients and you don't perform, then it makes me look bad. The question then becomes, how do we get on an offer? Whether this is your first offer, second offer, third offer, doesn't matter. But how do you get on it? It's the be, do, have principle. You may have heard it before. If you haven't, most people are focused on having the thing that they want, right? So they're in the have state. So you want to have a 10K per month opportunity, but in order to have that, there's a few steps before. So first, you need to be the type of person who can attract that opportunity. Second, you need to actually do the things consistently that will allow you to keep that opportunity after you get it. Be the person who does the things in order to have the 10K per month opportunity. This is something that I'm seeing people miss out on massively. I mean, they want an offer handed to them on a silver platter. Can happen, right? If you work with the right coach who's doing placement, that can happen. But usually you haven't earned it yet. Whoever's placing you, they really don't want to risk their name on somebody who may or may not perform. You might be asking yourself like, yeah, I get it. What do I need to do to earn it? And this is pretty simple. You need to get some experience. You need to build up your skills, specifically your speaking skills, because chances are you're probably not that great of a speaker yet. If you're not a great speaker yet, totally fine. What I want you to do is view your sales and your entire life really as a video game. If you're just starting out, you got a weak character, your skills are low. And now that's not bad per se, it just is. So recognize it, accept it, and start to build up your skills. What do you need? You need to become an excellent communicator. You need to have the belief that you are high status. You need to become a good orator. And really to do this, you just need to speak and speak and speak. You need to do it with conviction, and you need to practice many, many times. Here's a little simple actionable tip you can do right now to get you started. First, listen to somebody who you believe is an incredible speaker. And there's so many good podcasts these days. You can easily find somebody. If you can't find a podcast that you like, whatever sports you're watching, the announcers typically are very clear, professional, good speakers. Listen to how they speak. And bonus points, obviously, if they are incredibly articulate, really smart. Another person you could study on this, Andrew Tate. Whether you like his message or not, doesn't matter. He is an incredible speaker. Number 2, pick out the pieces of how this person speaks that are in alignment with you. You can't just copy somebody. And if you do, it's going to look inauthentic. It's just going to look bad. You need to be you. And it's very important you don't just mimic somebody without introducing your own personality. Once you pick out what's in alignment, now you go to step 3. This is where you're going to record voice notes or Loom videos and treat this like an audio diary. Record them, listen to them, record some more, look for areas you can improve, and then improve on them. Super simple. From here, just reps, volume, right? Obviously, to get good at something, you need practice. In order to get practice, you need reps. If people aren't constantly telling you right now that you're an amazing speaker, if you're not noticing that you're holding attention way better than everybody else, that people really want to listen to you speak, it just means you need more practice. It's not bad. It's just how it is. You're probably saying, I know I need to learn to speak. I have learned it. Now, what's the next step? Now that you can speak, you're going to contact people who have what you want, which is access to sales opportunities. Probably sounds pretty simple. Probably sounds pretty obvious, but I don't want to leave any step out in this process. This could be high ticket offers, be recruiters, this could be sales agencies, could even be coaches that offer placement. What you're going to do here is communicate with high status. I get a lot of DMs and a lot of them just suck. What we want to focus on is how to send DMs or emails that are actually good. There's honestly a lot of just small things that go into this that really add up. So here's the main point. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. There's nothing else you get from this training. This is what I want you to understand. You need to make a good first impression. What does this mean? If you're sending a video, be mindful of your background. Be mindful of your hair. Be mindful of what you're wearing. So right before this video, I went and made sure my hair was presentable because I know I'm showing my face on camera for you. Next, you need to understand what you're communicating. You are communicating things at all times. When I post a job opportunity, I get like 30 to 40 applicants. And what I personally do is look to just disqualify people as soon as possible. So I'm looking for anything that I can just say, all right, this guy is not a fit, and move on. The top things that just off the top of my head here: bad English, don't have confidence, not a good speaker, lazy, they don't have commitment, they're trying to do this plus another offer. I don't want to hear that. I know that they're not committed if that's the case. They didn't follow instructions. So whenever I do a job posting, I'm going to put something specific in there that I'm just looking to see if people are actually going to follow the instructions of what I asked them to do. And then the last thing is, honestly, one of the tactics I use, especially for setters, is just to not answer their first message or to ask them, hey, can you follow up with me in 2 days, right? And now I'm going to look and see, did they actually follow up with me? All that to say, these are common reasons that I DQ sales reps. If your English isn't perfect, if English isn't your first language, for me, it's almost an automatic DQ. The reason for that is there's 20 other guys who speak good English. If you have an accent while you're speaking English, you're probably not going to connect as well. People want to buy things from people that are like them. And so it's not to say that you can't be successful in this. It's just like, you wouldn't be my first pick. If that's the case, I'd recommend DM setting as opposed to phone setting. You could also check out copywriting, direct response copywriting, something like that might be better. Now that that's covered, let's talk about a few ways for you to stand out in a positive way. Number 1, a good first impression, clear speaking, good posture, high status. How you speak, the job is to speak. So I care about that. How your posture is. If you're sitting like this, I'm way more likely to hire you than if you're sitting like this. If you're addressing me in that way, right? And then high status, this is the sauce, as they call it. This is harder to teach, right? The guys who are the naturals just are going to stand out. That's just how it works. If you don't have high status yet, you should probably work with somebody who can help you become more high status or train you of the belief that you are high status, because this is really just a belief anyway. Number 2, show me that you did some research. I can't tell you how many people don't even do 5 minutes of research, and it is just pathetic, to be honest. The bar is really low. Here's an example. Somebody posted on LinkedIn. He had 1,000 job applicants, 900 of them, so 90% just easy applied, nothing else. 100, so 10%, also tried to connect on LinkedIn. 40 of them followed up that message. 30 sent a video, right? These guys specifically have a video platform and encourage them to use it in the interview. So Loom video right here. Always send a Loom video. Put your face on it. Make it short. Make it personalized. 10 of them try to email, 5 try to engage in posts. If you're cold DMing people, simply just liking their posts, commenting under their posts is going to make them more likely to answer your DMs, as long as you don't sound like an idiot. His point is the bar is so low. You want a job, you can at minimum put yourself in the top of the pile. It's basic outbound at the end of the day. If you can't do this, you wouldn't be good at sales, and I would never hire you. Make sure that you do the things that are necessary. Make sure that you follow up. Make sure that you do just a little bit extra to stand out against all the other guys. What can you do beforehand to show your research? First, go to the company's website, check out their mission statement, check out the About Me page, search them on social media, find something that they wrote, call it out specifically. You're gonna find something that is in alignment with you, and then you're gonna demonstrate to this business owner that you are in alignment with their offer. When you specifically call out their values, when you find a blog post that they wrote 4 years ago and you bring it up to them in your cold outreach, is that gonna have you stand out, help you stand out? Of course. So here's how not to do it. This is the opposite of alignment. If you're overweight, don't reach out to fitness offers. Doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna buy a weight loss product from somebody who is overweight. Find something that you can become an authority in, an expert, because the fact is you don't actually need that much time or effort or even understanding to become an authority in something these days. Hormozi said this, like the first 20 hours is gonna help you learn the most, and you're already gonna be ahead of 80% of the people. You're gonna understand the jargon, you're gonna understand the lingo that only people specific in this industry are going to know. Now that you've done your research, you're gonna reach out to them. You're gonna send emails, DMs, whatever the case is. Before you send anything from your social medias or your email, we need to audit what it looks like. First things first, on your social media, look at it. Go and scroll back. If you got pictures of you partying or smoking blunts, probably not what the business owner wants. So clean that up. Look for anything that's gonna auto DQ you. Put some posts on there that shows me that you're a creator, that you know what you're talking about, specifically related to sales, if you can. Because the fact is, 99% of people consume, 1% of people create. Most people want to hire the people who actually create, because we know you're not an NPC then, because there's a lot of NPCs that are reaching out here. For example, let's say you're using Twitter as your outreach platform. You should have a good picture of your face and a banner that's inspiring. And your profile should clearly state who you are, what you've done, what you're working towards. You can add a pinned tweet that goes in depth. This is actually super important. If you don't have something to write about, like go learn something and write about, or just document the process that you're in right now, a call or a conversation that you've had, something like that. Think of it this way. When you send a DM, I don't read your full DM. Before I do, I'm gonna check your profile. I'm gonna check out some of your tweets. I'm definitely gonna check out your pinned tweet. I'm gonna read your bio, and if you have a link in your bio, I'm gonna click that link before I respond. You can see now how important having this stuff is. If you don't have a website yet, don't worry. You don't need this yet. The pinned tweet should demonstrate that you can communicate well and that you are focused on the thing that you're pitching, which in this case would be sales. You're probably wondering, okay, theory is great. What does it look like? You probably know this guy, Cold Emo Wizard. He's got an attractive banner. It's very clear what he talks about. He doesn't show his face, but he's earned the right to not. I mean, he's been able to grow a brand without it. But I recommend you show your face. Lead gen for businesses. Get your next clients here. So he's pumping both his course and also client ascension. Now he's got a pin tweet, 42-minute video training, just like this is a long video training. If you watch this and you're his avatar, you're probably going to buy from him. So same thing, if you watch 7 hours of my content, or even 2 hours of my content, you're probably gonna realize that I can teach you how to get on an offer fast, and that's probably what you want if you're consuming this training. If, by the way, you want to work with me to speed up this process, more than happy to help you, but I'll talk about that more later on in the video. Here's another example, JK Molina. His motto, his saying is like saying cash. This is really cool how he got this in his coffee cup. You got a picture of him clearly showing his face. Now he's got the things that he's plugging, right? There's a program, there's his website. Pin tweet, he's got social proof. Another example, Larry. He is a killer in the sales space. Very clear what he's doing. You can see, look at this authority. He's speaking in front of people somewhere. He's got his social proof, what he's done, and his link is to his Instagram because he wants people to follow him there as well. His pinned tweet is him on a 5-minute, 30-second long video that got a lot of engagement, 300 likes. Larry is like the anti-guru. He's gonna tell you how it really is and set the correct expectations. He's awesome. Another example, Brendan. Look at this. He is a sales rep right now. Look at how much credibility this has. Look at all the things that he's doing. It's very clear what I'm going to get out of following him. He's got a website, which is his own name. And then his pinned tweet he's got here, right? Ultimate Thread Collection. This is going to help you just your development in general. If this was more focused on sales, it would be even better. That's Twitter. If it's LinkedIn, just the minimum viable product. Like put that you're a sales rep, and after you exist on LinkedIn as a sales rep for over 6 months, inbound offers are going to start coming to you. Now, they're not always the greatest. You'll need to qualify them heavily, but just set up a minimum viable product for your LinkedIn so people can come inbound to you when they're running campaigns. When you're on Instagram or any of these platforms, you should have high status pictures and at least one video where they can hear you speak. This is really important, especially if you don't have a super American name, right? Like Jeff or John. Most Jeffs and Johns can speak English very well, but humans are always going to be looking for shortcuts. So we want to make sure, and we want to work with people who talk like and who are like us. So if your name's Muhammad or Tafari or anything that brings up any initial questions for me of like, how is this guy's English? You can pre-handle that objection by just having a video of you speaking. Bonus points of this video is teaching something about sales. And when I say teaching something about sales, I'm not saying you need to become a guru. What I'm saying is you should demonstrate your authority. Even if you just learned something from your coach, right? Even if you just learned something from reading it somewhere else, post your take on it, because first off, it's going to help you learn better, right? This is one of the best teaching techniques there is. And second off, it's going to show that you are actively in the trenches. You are in this game. You're not a wannabe. So literally 4 high value posts is all you need. I was using Instagram to reach out when I had 1 picture on there. So you don't need much. Then it also comes down to just the quality of the message you actually send, which we'll get into. If you're reaching out by email, make sure that you have a profile pic. It's going to appear like this. So this is my inbox right now. Grace just has a G next to her. She hasn't changed it. We don't want that. Instead, look at Grant's. He's got a picture of himself. If you follow Grant, you already recognize this picture because it already is his Twitter picture. So you already know who this guy is. You're way more likely to open it. If you don't follow him, you're going to see this is a real person. You might even click on it to try to zoom in to figure out exactly what he looks like. At the end of the day, you're always communicating, and the small details matter. Our social medias are now good. We're ready to send DMs. Now you're going to make a list of who you'd like to help. And notice I'm not talking about how much money we're going to make yet. First, we need to talk about helping people. Who, more than anyone else, do you want to help? Like, what is that avatar, right? Is it single moms who are overweight who want to lose weight or don't have enough energy? Is it entrepreneurs or business owners who want to make more money? Figure out what your avatar is. Write it down and then write out what type of offers help this avatar. This could be coaches, for example, right? The coaching industry is huge. Selling coaching is one of my favorite things to sell, and we need to be very specific though. What type of coach is it? Is it a fitness coach? Is it a business coach? Is it a mindset coach? Is it a sales coach? There's many different kinds of coaches, so really figure out who it is that you want to sell for as you're making your dream list. Could be a biz op. This is an opportunity to start a business. I don't love these. They usually have low success rates. You know, they're usually selling the dream of passive income. If you find a good one, great, but just use caution on there. Now, marketing or B2B offers. There's so many different types of marketing services. You need to narrow down even more. Are you going to be helping people get more customers? There's a huge demand for business owners to get more customers. And notice I said customers, I didn't say leads. There is a massive difference. Question to ask yourself, are you helping them get more attention? Again, attention, not leads. Are you helping them convert that attention? Here's a quick example. Here's something I'm selling right now. I help Shopify store owners increase their conversion rate by improving their website speed. So I'm working for a business owner who runs this agency. I'm just closing for him. But here's the thing. The business owners, they have a problem. Attention spans. They keep getting shorter and shorter because of things like TikTok, social media, all that stuff. By the way, if you've watched this far into the video, you're already way ahead of people on attention spans, and you're going to make it if you follow the steps here. When people click on an ad or a CTA on social media, a lot of times they're not converting. This is the problem the business owners have. They're not converting because the website takes too long to load. If it's longer than 4 seconds, you better believe customers going to go click off and watch cat videos or Miley Cyrus or whatever there is out there on social media these days. These store owners know they have a problem. They're not converting as much as they want, and they may or may not be aware that speed is the problem, but they do know that they want to increase their conversion rate. This is simple. So from here, obviously the sale, all we need to do is help them understand the problem is that people aren't even getting to the website. They're clicking off the website, and once we can help them understand them, helping them buy a faster website, helping them speed up their website is a no-brainer. Here's another quick example. My video editor, he helps me get more clients. This is his offer. He does a lot more stuff, right? He does help me get more subscribers, but that's not his offer. His job is to make sure people watch the video all the way through, just like you're doing now. Because if you watch enough of my content, you're gonna buy. you're gonna learn that I've got more knowledge, more information than you have, and that I'm farther ahead of you in a spot where I can help you get on an offer. And if you're watching this training, you're probably wondering, how can I get on an offer, which is, you know, the most important skill to learn in sales, how to build your network. So if you watch enough of my content, you will end up booking a call. It's that simple. The same is true with business owners. Help them see that you're going to make them more money. It's really this simple. This is all you need to do to reach out to business owners. What's been left out? This will be for another video, and you'll have to comment on this one or send me a DM just so I know that you made it all the way through. And so next is going to be, what do you send in the messages to actually get them to book a call with you or to get to an interview? Once we know that, then the last step is just crushing the interview. So it's super simple. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go ahead and link a video to this one if you wanna learn how to make 5 to 20K per month in remote sales. I made that video specifically. It's about how to make the jump from your current job. So if that's interesting, great. If not, go ahead and like and or subscribe to this video, and we'll see you in the next one.